being an entrepreneur now is figuring out ways to get government money. It's figuring out ways to screw the taxpayer. That's what entrepreneurship is among this elite of people who are involved in electric cars, in the financial sector for the most part. Yeah, there are always people on the outside. There are people who are trying to create new products and compete who are not favored by the regime. And those are the people you probably have to look to. And I think maybe that's why 20 years ago, 25 years ago, we looked at people like Jeff Bezos and we looked at people like Bill Gates and we thought, hey, these are scrappy little entrepreneur types. They're doing something different. Maybe the future will be all these entrepreneurs controlling the internet and they're going to be these laissez-faire types and it's going to be great. What people forget is that the regime has boatloads of money and it could easily co-opt the brightest people, the smartest people, and get them to work for the regime and do what the regime says. So the only way out of that is you need people who are extremely suspicious of the regime in large numbers. And that's certainly not the case at the moment. You would need to change things so that you had something going on like in the 19th century where you had more of a mass movement of where people hated the regime. But that was because they learned to hate those institutions like the monarchists, like the people who were involved in mercantilism, right? But that's where we're back to. We're back to a sort of mercantilism, whatever you want to call it, where the state has figured out to co-opt whatever markets exist to turn these people into servants of the larger regime and then to use them to actually empower the regime. It's not a new strategy. It was perfected really in the 17th and 18th century, but it's certainly back. The 19th century had a great run for some more laissez-faire. The mercantilists came roaring back. They seized control of that. And so when you see the World Economic Forum meeting, it's just the mercantilists 2023 all getting together to figure out how they can work together to empower the regime and themselves.